it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. This video today, I don't know if I've ever filmed a video that is more true to myself than this one. This time of year is just full of like shopping and buying gifts, getting gifts, consumerism, and that all has its place and everything, but I feel like there's nothing that says I love you to a friend or family member more than a handmade gift. I love a good DIY, and so in this video today, I've compiled a whole bunch of ideas that you can do yourself at home on a budget that you can give to a friend, family member, neighbor, even a coworker this Christmas. Most things are very inexpensive and some of them are even free. A lot of the stuff I got on Amazon, I'll link that all down below, although there are a few items I picked up at Dollar Tree or Lowe's or just around my house. If you're new to my channel, my name is Megan Fox. I'm a Mennonite mom from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and I make all kinds of videos about lifestyle, home, and DIYs just like this one. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right into the video. Let me grab my notes quick. While I do that, you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you think you're gonna like what you're about to see. I'm back. So my first gift idea for you is an infused oil. Now, there's so many different recipes online. I will link where I found my recipe down below. But for this recipe, I just warmed up some good quality extra virgin olive oil on the stovetop. Then I threw in about 4 sprigs of rosemary and I just kept it on low for about 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes was up, I pulled it off the burner and I let the rosemary in for just a little bit longer, pulled it out, and let it cool the rest of the way. Then when it's completely cool, use a funnel and bottle it up in a jar. I actually got this jar from Dollar Tree. And then to make it a little bit more personal, I just made a handwritten label and stuck it to the jar. You can use infused oils for so many things, but I decided to gift this alongside a basket of breadsticks. And this is one of my favorite recipes for breadsticks. They're not only impressive looking, but they taste amazing as well. I will include the whole recipe down below in the description box. But as you can see here, I just mixed my dry ingredients together. I also mixed together the yeast with the water and sugar, as well as the salt, and let that sit for a little bit to dissolve. You just mix it all up like bread dough and let it rise. After it's risen, you go ahead and punch it down, divide it into 12 equal portions, and then you just roll it and twist it into breadsticks. Bake it in the oven. After they come out of the oven, you can brush them with butter, sprinkle them with some Italian seasoning, possibly some Parmesan cheese, package them up really nicely. This makes a great addition alongside the infused olive oil. For my next gift idea, it's gonna require that you have a few power tools, or if you're lucky enough, you might even be able to find a piece of wood at Lowe's ready to go. For this DIY tray, I just took a piece of wood about 14 by 20. You can really make this whatever size you wanted. For this one, my husband just cut me a 14 by 20 inch slab of wood, and then I sanded it down to make it nice and soft. Then I just used some leftover stain that I had flying around at home, and I stained the wood. Make sure that you go with the direction of the grain, at least for the last pass. When it's completely dry, you want to flip it over, do the other side, and then comes the fun part. Not only can you stain this wood whatever color you prefer, you can also personalize it by picking whatever hardware that you like. I just got this clean, minimal looking gold hardware from Lowe's, and after drilling holes, I just installed it like you would on a kitchen cabinet. Guys, this thing is so cute. I turned it into a charcuterie board. I love it so, so much. But yeah, what a great personalized gift. Another thing you can do if you have some blocks of wood lying around is take some, sand them down again, and cut some grooves down the middle. These grooves will hold pictures, and I cut these to be about 4 inches long so that they look nice with a 5x7 picture, whether the picture's sitting upright or sideways. This is a really neat gift to get because it can be used as decor all year round. You can find free printables online, design your own, buy some off of Etsy. I use canva.com to make this little printable here for free. Also, I feel like this is a great way to display family photos. You could even package up a little set of cards and pictures with your little stand to give as a gift. Super inexpensive, super easy, and wow, what an impact. Okay, so if you really like the idea of a wooden gift, but you don't feel like you have great woodworking skills, this next gift idea is for you. Here I am making a wooden bead garland that can not only be used at Christmas time, but honestly year-round. It's very timeless, unbreakable, and just really cute all around. I've ordered these wooden beads off of Amazon. You can get various sizes. Here I have, I believe, the 25mm ones. Then just take a piece of string about the length of the span of your arms, double that up, and then cut it off. From there, you want to use the looped end to thread it through the holes in the beads. Now, sometimes the beads can be a little rough on the inside or have like little splinters, and it's hard to pass the string through. If that happens to be the case for you, go ahead and just use a scissors to kind of carve out the hole a little bit better. But for the most part, this wasn't too much of a problem for me. So basically, you can see right here, you can even get your kids to help you with this type of a project. Just string the beads through the wood. Also, you want to make a really bulky knot on the end so that the beads stay on and don't slide off. For this, I just knotted several times on top of each other, and that worked great. When you get done, there's several ways of finishing it off. For this one, I just kind of did more of a minimal look and doubled up the end again, so it was actually quadrupled, and then I made a nice hefty knot. You could also put a tassel on the end, or if you really wanted a minimal look, you could just make a knot and then hot glue it and then cut the rest off. These garlands look so pretty. Whether you're using them on your Christmas tree or in a bowl or in a cloche like I did here, you can even just lay them bare right on a shelf. They make a great impact all year round. Honestly, I made these not just as gifts, but for myself as well. It cost me only $4 as opposed to $20. Okay, I'm back in the kitchen again for this next DIY, but no, it's not food. It's actually a DIY all-natural cleaner using vinegar and citrus peels. So you're gonna wanna plan ahead a little bit for this, but you can pump your family full of oranges ahead of time before you wanna do this. Hey, oranges are great this time of year because of all the vitamin C in the citrus. So go ahead and save all your orange peels for about a week or until you have enough to fill a quart jar. After you've packed the orange peels into a quart jar, go ahead and cover them completely with vinegar. Screw the lid on tight and put it in the fridge for 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how strong you want your cleaner to be. When the waiting period is up and you've strained out your liquid, you will get an amber colored liquid that looks like this. Go ahead and bottle it into a spray bottle of some kind. These 3 are options that I found at Dollar Tree. I ended up going with the big one because I found a cute label on Canva that I wanted to make for it. I mentioned Canva before, and Canva is an online graphic design program, and it's completely free. I found a label that was already kind of laid out and I tweaked it to make it my own, and I printed it out on 8.5 by 11 sticker paper. You can find these at Staples or really anywhere, but I recommend getting the full sheet rather than the individual labels because it's so much more versatile. You can use it for any size or whatever. So I printed it off onto one of these 8.5 by 11 sheets, cut it out, stuck it on my spray bottle, and it looks slightly professional, don't you guys think? It's a natural cleaner, it smells pretty good, and yeah, it's just something different. And honestly guys, vinegar is about the cheapest thing you can buy at the grocery store. Okay, it's not Christmas without some Christmas cookies, right? For this next recipe, I wanted to make macaroons because they're a little bit of a different twist on giving cookies to the neighbors. It's more of like a cross between a candy and a cookie. This footage you're looking at now is just me making the macaroons, but I made the wrong recipe for this. I have my own tried and true recipe that I really like, which I will put down below. Don't make the one I'm using here because it actually turned into more of a cookie than a nice round macaroon with a chocolate base. These still tasted really good, but they weren't quite what I was going for. They looked too much like cookies. So I will put the recipe down below. That's the good one. That will make your macaroons nice and round and not like cookies. Now here I want to show you another way of packaging that's super easy. I got these clear bags at Dollar Tree, and then to make a little tray or platform for my macaroons to sit on, I just used the lid of a box. Trust me, you'll have plenty of them flying around this time of year. I just cut off a flap and I just cut it down to size. Then I used wax paper to wrap it like a little gift so that it was lined. Then you set the cookies on and just slide them in the bag. And here I used a little label that I bought at Dollar Tree, it had a little jingly bell on it. And yeah, you have a cute little handmade cookie package to give to your neighbors. Okay, this next idea is about as cheap as it gets. If you have houseplants, go ahead and just save the babies all year long, and then at Christmas time you can use thrifted jars, glassware, or other pottery pieces and use them as planters for your little baby plants. Guys, everybody loves to have a little houseplant. It's almost like a houseplant has personality or something. You can gift this plant along with a little care card that explains how to care for the plant as well as some interesting facts about it. This plant here is called the Pilea plant, and it's actually a friendship plant, also known as a money plant. It makes little babies that are really easy to propagate and start new plants. So yeah, there's all kinds of little interesting facts you can find about plants that you can pass on to a green thumb or even a black thumb that you know. This next gift idea I actually made for my aunts and cousins last year. We often exchange little DIY gifts, and I kind of had a little eco theme going on here, trying to reduce our footprint on the planet. I got these bags off of Amazon and I just used a Sharpie marker to mark them with the word market. I don't have the footage for this, but what I did was print out the word market on some white printer paper. I tucked it inside the bag. It shone through the bag because the fabric was very thin. And then I just used a Sharpie marker and traced over it. Guys, it worked like a charm. Then I wrapped it up and I included a wooden bamboo straw so that they're not tempted to use single-use plastic quite as much with this stylish and just really cute bamboo straw. It was a really fun gift, and I topped it off with a little bit of greenery and some twine to make it look like a personalized gift. Another great DIY gift idea is what you're looking at right now. Let me explain. It seems like sewing is actually a dying art, and if you have the skills to sew and know how to do it, this could be a great DIY gift option that is very cost effective, and it's spreading your skills and sharing it with others. I know how to sew, and so I know that there's all different kinds of sewing projects you can make and give to others. There's all kinds of cute fabric you can order online, right to your door. This fabric here I actually got from the Fabrik Attik. I'll put a link down below. They have so much pretty fabric. Anyway, you can go ahead and order fabric online or even go to Joann's. Right now they have a great sale on fleece, and you can use this fabric to make any kind of sewing project. I've made beanies and scarves, and you can sew a dress, I guess, a pillow cover, so many things if you know how to sew. So don't discount that. That could be a great gift option if you have that skill in your bag of tricks. Some other DIY gift ideas I've done in the past are a box of fudge, 3 different recipes, all combined together to make a cute little tray, and it's something that's a little different than just cookies. I've made DIY magnets already using a washer and the little clear stones at Dollar Tree. Another thing I made in the past is herb butter. You can make the flavor like they have at Texas Roadhouse, that cinnamon butter flavor. Oh, it's so delicious. Or even just another herb butter with garlic and parsley and things like that. If you know how to macrame, everybody loves a good macrame on their wall, and it fits in with so many different styles of decor. Seasoned pretzels, there's sweet varieties, salty varieties, and they're super easy to make a whole big batch at once, package them up, and hand them out to your neighbors or coworkers. If you know how to crochet, go ahead and crochet a little animal or hat, scarf, or other small project that you can give to a friend or family member. Talked about infused olive oil. You could also make your own vanilla using a real vanilla bean and some vodka. And yeah, my aunt has made those already, and it's real, true vanilla. It tastes so good when you're baking. Caramelized nuts is another great treat you can whip up in your kitchen. It's not the most economical. I mean, nuts are kind of expensive, but it's also a nice way to treat someone. I think you've all seen my calendar that I made with paint chips. This is a wonderfully practical gift. I love mine personally, and it would be a great gift to give someone else, especially if you know the color palette of their house. You can kind of pick paint chips that kind of go with that. You can make a soup in a jar, a recipe in a jar, a drink in a jar, brownie mix in a jar, cookies in a jar. There's so many different options for food in a jar with everything layered in nicely and ready to go. All they usually need to do is add their wet ingredients and they have something to bake. I particularly think it would be a great gift idea if you have someone that's just starting out in their home to give them a cast iron skillet with a DIY cookie mix recipe that they can make their own skillet cookie. So good. You can make homemade marshmallows, or another idea would be a spice blend. There's so many different recipes online for different spice blends. My mom has already made like a DIY rice spice blend that you mix in with rice, make it ahead of time, and just a lot of different other spices that you just mix into your rice, and it's instantly amazing. It's so nice to have that on hand. So that might be a great gift idea. I like to go to the restaurant store, or you probably could look it up on the restaurant store online, and just order big bulk containers of the spices and then mix them all together and give them out in mass to your friends or family. Like I said, my family's pretty big and we like to give out gifts to the aunts and the cousins, so you kind of need a lot sometimes. But yeah, you could do a rice blend, or I have a really good recipe for an egg blend. I'll put that down below. It's so good on scrambled eggs or avocado toast. Delish, trust me, I love it. But yeah, there's all different kinds of recipes for that online. You can just Google spice blends and see what you can find. I taught second grade for several years, and one time we made DIY games for the family. Something that I think would be really cute would be tic-tac-toe or checkers, some of those old school games with wood or little bottle caps or something. Yeah, let your imagination run with that one, but that's another personalized gift that you can make. Again, if you know how to sew, you can make your own homemade heat pads with, I believe, flaxseed is what people like to put in them, essential oils, different things. They feel so good on tight or stiff muscles. Great gift this time of year especially. Also, this is something I've never done, but I really want to sometime, is make DIY coffee creamers. Most people like coffee, and what's better than a homemade, no preservatives, although be it maybe not so healthy, coffee creamer. Yeah, I just think that would be a great gift and a fun thing to package up in a cute little jar. Another thing you could do if you're stumped for a gift idea that you can do is just to Google wedding favors using, and then whatever you have on hand. And if you Google that, you'll often find lots of good ideas that are really inexpensive, and you can make a lot if you have a lot of people you want to give to. I know sometimes me and my friends will exchange gifts as well. And yeah, it just can be a lot sometimes, so it's nice if you can find something that's quick, easy, and cost effective. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed all those ideas, and if you make any of them, please tag me on Instagram or in your stories or wherever if you are going to share what you made. I would love to see this. I love this community here. If you're just joining now, my name is Megan Fox. I enjoy sharing my life and coming up with creative ideas to share with you all here on my channel. Okay, on a less perky note, I know that this time of year can be really sad for some of you who have lost loved ones recently, or you know, the holidays just makes you think about what once was. It makes you feel nostalgic, and I just want to let you know that you're in my prayers. I know that this time of year can be super hard with everybody else being holly and jolly and happy and, you know, in the Christmas spirit. So I just challenge all of you that are out there, the best gift you can give to someone else around you is just to be there for them if they want to talk or just need a listening ear. I think that sometimes the best gift that you can give to someone is just to pray for them and to encourage them and to just be who you are, shine your light, help them out wherever you see fit. But yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge that this time of year is rough for some of us. So you're in my prayers. DM me on Instagram if you'd like me to pray for you. I would love to do that, and thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below in the comments a DIY gift that you have received and loved. I would love to get more ideas for next year's video on this exact same topic. Until then, I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.